Čaute borci, tu je mAio, idem pokračovať v Maxovi Payneovi. Potom pre všetkých, čo sa budete pozerať a pozeráte, máme súťaž po Dying Light 2, to znamená, treba poslať 500 líčiek na Facebooku a 5 € na Twitch a budete zaradení do odsúvania.
¡Encontré a uno de ellos!
The dead guys looked like soldiers in one of those Central American guerrilla armies, pirates with a manifesto. Psychos with a dream, that sort of bullshit.
Počkaj, že ja vlastne som, ale ísť hore na tú loď.
This was where Marcelo was supposed to be sleeping. He'd barely come down to this deck.
Okej, nejaká lekárnička, nič. Dobre, pokiaľ to som vyšiel ja. Tu nás som bol, tu na nejaká...
The room belonged to Passos, my partner in crime. Or maybe someone else's.
Okay. Tu.
Daphne's ship was always stocked.
That's all I was missing. Oh, come son.
The radio. Maybe I could send out an SOS.
mAio! Čau mAio! Nazdar, ako to ide. Ešte teraz som začal, pokračujem vlastne to, čo som rozohral. Tak som zvedavý, ale pohoda. Teraz mám takú scénu, že všetko môžem pozabíjať, postrieľať brutálne.
Long after a party had turned sour. The need to get out of the boat's hull and onto the upper deck as soon as possible was countered by the probability of running into another hijacker. I had to move carefully.
Čau Marian. No, neviem, 2-3 hodiny upíšem. Hey, chill, motherfucker! Táto hra je morda strašná.
Fire was sucking oxygen from the room. I didn't care if I got shot the second I got out of there. I needed one more gulp of fresh air before I died. It was like the need for a wake-up whiskey after a 2-day bender. How to shut off the fuel feeds. Move, Max. I shut down one engine, but it didn't make much difference. You have to do this.
Vieš čo mAio, budeme hrať Dying Light 2, v piatok to vychádza, takže Dying Light 2, lebo máme o to aj spustenú teraz súťaž, treba poslať 500 hviezdičiek na Facebooku alebo 5 € na Twitchi a potom 18. lokujem. Takže Dying Light 2 bude ďalšia hra, singleplayerovka teda.
voy a dar todo! ¡Chupe gonorrea!
So this was the famous Panama Canal. We could have gone to the moon while I was passed out and I wouldn't have noticed. So this was the famous Panama Canal. We could have gone to the moon while I was passed out.
You died, presne.
It was a different scene than the one I'd stumbled away from. Where was everyone? I still didn't know what the hell happened.
To je horšie jak Dark Souls, vieš, you died.
The guys up ahead weren't dealing with passengers like the rest of them. Maybe I should have realized then that this was no ordinary kidnap job. Something on the boat had attracted the sharks.
Alebo keď máte nápad na nejakú ďalšiu singleplayerovku, čo by ste chceli, aby som prešiel, tak dajte príklad. What's up, bitches? Nejaké painkillery, nič.
They didn't help with my sea legs, but they sure as shit felt good.
¡Puta, aquí no hay nada! ¡Miguel! ¡Ven y
There was something firing these guys other than good old-fashioned socialist zeal. What were they looking for?
Čo ti pere? Otázka je, ktorý majú? Ktorý rezie? Marty, Makale, Šteko, čau Maťa. Čo?
I was on a ghost ship in a ghost
canal. Resident Evil, keby som mal rád, tak akurát tak sedmičku by som prešiel znova, lebo to sa mi ľúbilo, fakt brutálne. Osmička ma vôbec neláka. Počkaj, neviem, si to niekde toto.
Booze, coke, pills. You could get whatever party favor you wanted on this vessel.
To fakt? Piče. Hitman, ale ktorého? Ty kokos, Hitmanov som aj hral aj Streamov a viem, že... Ale ako hrať aj Hitmana stále dokola to moc nebaví, lebo tam... Odkiaľ to ide? Koľko ďalej tam bolo? To musím prebehnúť rýchlo. Vidíme toho úplne nového Hitmana, že by som prešiel. Jak se
Pirates wouldn't
říká,
get
teď to bude
everything.
hustý. Teraz to bude masakér. To vylez hore, mrtvo.
¡Está abierto! ¡Alto!
¡Puedes hablar! ¡Mueve algo!
¡Inválido! ¡Soy asesino!
Pečat. Come on, bitches! Tak. Jak hovoríš, Maťo? Počkaj, čo teraz?
Maybe there was something on the bridge. I checked every other inch of the boat. I spotted Passos and Marcelo.
Yo, bitches!
If I'd known back then that they'd been up to no good while I was fighting my way through a band of violent paramilitaries and a worse hangover, I might not have wanted to get over to them so bad.
¡Hey, Passos!
At the time, I hadn't thought too much about this. I hadn't thought too much about anything. Now I remember it, it didn't seem quite so kosher.
What about what's-her-name? Daphne.
Do whatever you think is best.
I think it's best we try to go find her.
Yeah, okay, let's go. Now,
See? I didn't think Passos was a bad guy. He didn't need to try to save this woman or the crew.
Through here. I didn't realize you knew your way around here.
Podľa tohto je to ten zmrt, ty kokos.
They were using that building to get across the canal.
¡Muévanse, muévanse! ¡Está ahí!
come on! We're gonna get her, let's get her! From the top floor!
There was some equipment in the truck next to me. It'd be a shame to see it go to waste.
Kill 'em all!
Come on, I don't know how much time we have! I'm moving! Get me this way! You're drunk and you're being an idiot!
Kurva, to malo optiku, to som nečakal, že to bude mať optiku. Do piče. Na tom je zbraň z optika v tejto hre.
There was some equipment in the truck next to me. It'd be a shame to see it go to waste.
Jump!
My judgment was lousy, but my hand was steady.
Headshot! Prečo nespravia takúto hru aj teraz, v tejto normálnej grafike? S takýmto príbehom, takéto voláte. Ja pobieral asi každý.
Time we have! Here goes! Let's go, you drunk idiot!
We can get across up top.
You're pros, man! Get it covered!
Nemám náboje. Som aj Marek. Čo to je zmrt?
We're good!
¡Cúbreme, cúbreme! ¡Con mucho gusto!
I don't know what I expected. expected to find. On a boat full of drunks and bullshit artists, I'd been the cabaret act. Shooting whatever came in front of me was easier than coming to terms with that reality.
Do lekárničku, lebo keď to bude nejaký buzerom za rohom.
¡No me mates! ¡No dispares!
To zetku som dostal, čo ty pere? Fuck it.
Fancy seeing you here.
Do piče. To malo byť tak efektné, ale zaraz som to zle. Čo robíš ty vole? Nemám HPčka, čo si blázen? Čakaj, to. Nejaké škúro. Nemám HPčka, to je problém, to som na ránu stál. Operant, ty kokos. Zase. Zase nemal HPčka v tebe. Tam je jeden na schodu. Čo je to brokovice? Prečo tu nemám brokovice?
I blocked out all my questions. All I thought about was getting to Daphne Bernstein before it was too late. Jesus Christ.
Dobrý masaker, ty kokos.
Fuck, man. This is brutal. I didn't think things would be like this.
I should have jumped in that goddamn canal myself and swum my way back to New York.
Let me ask you again, Max. What do you think you were really doing in Panama?
I was drinking.
People died. Innocent people. Who do you think robbed you?
I don't know. I was told it was people who disliked Daphne Bernstein, something about an unpleasant divorce.
Her ex-husband worked on Wall Street. Do you think he has easy access to Panamanian death squads?
Guess I didn't really think about it.
You were smuggling something, weren't you?
No. I mean, I didn't realize it at the time. I didn't think too much about it, but yes, Marcelo did drive off with something. I don't know what. I didn't see him until we got to Brazil a week or so later.
I think it was money. I think Marcelo and Victor have a friendly banker there in Panama. Your little cruise was to deliver the cash to him because there it's easier to launder.
But I thought the Broncos were rich.
Rodrigo's rich. The other two, they live well, but they don't have real money. Victor's campaigns were always financed by his brother.
Čau Mariano. Nie, na tú dobu je to celé, akože scenár, video, string, ako všetko, proste. Ja nechápem, prečo nerobia v tejto dobe také prachy, však takéto niečo a ešte spraviť takúto aj strieľačku, ty kokos, to by bol
It's an awful tragedy for Victor, huh?
Neviem, prečo
A
to nespravia,
man
akože
running on a law and order ticket, you know, whose brothers
masterpiece,
have
ako na to,
both
aké to
been
je staré, je
killed
to
in
mega.
such terrible circumstances. A true patriot.
What about Marcelo?
Marcelo was an idiot. Were this true, I certainly don't believe he could possibly have known about it. But I do believe some other scheme, you know, some other bullshit. Whatever that cash was, Victor could have talked him into something. I don't know yet.
And Passos?
Well, Passos is a bum ex-cop. Failed in America, failed in Sao Paulo. He was surrounded by more money and more poverty than his tiny little head can handle. You think guys like that can't be bought?
No, but if...
But nothing. He's probably not a bad guy. He's just a man caught in the crossfire of a very rich family.
What about me?
You. You're the fall guy. The American. Running around, acting like the action hero. Killing lots of people. You're a stroke of genius.
That ain't how it is.
You were an angry ex-cop. You were sitting in a bar with a history of violence and a history of a bad temper. You were perfect.
Me and Passos went to the academy together.
Did you?
I don't fucking know.
Okay, let's take a drive, Max. You want to do some good? Want to get yourself killed in a good cause? Then I need you to check something out for me.
Like what?
That incident at the favela today. Now, some of my officers say a bus drove off some captives.
They did, I saw it.
But no captives were ever booked.
They probably handed them off to the paramilitary death squads, the,
Caixa Preta?
Right.
Who did?
I don't know, the cops. The other cops, the cops who shoot on sight.
The UFE.
Right.
Max, you see that building there?
Imperial Palace Hotel?
Yeah, that's what it says. People go in there.
Kňaza, čo
In
zabíja
large
démonov?
groups, under armed guard. But it isn't a
Kňaz, čo
police
zabíja
station.
démonov? Nič mi to
And
nehovorí.
no one comes out of
Toto
it.
určite prejde, Marian. Ono to stojí, ja neviem, 5 €. Aj s DLCčkami. Pokiaľ si to nehral, tak Max Payne, ja som rád prešiel všetky diely. Len tie staršie sú ešte lepšie, ako táto trojka pomaly. To je ako príbehovo, to je mega, ale ono už keď to pustíš, to už je fakt staré, no.
So went looking for the basement.
Dobre, ale ty hráš, Marian, všetko možné zase, vieš. Tak. Ja chcem teraz tu Dying Light 2 hrať vlastne, to čo máme o to spustenú aj súťaž. V piatok to vyjde, tak to budem valiť.
I wasn't too excited about the acoustics in this place. A couple of gunshots would sound like I'd walked in here with a goddamn marching band.
No ja, toto je brutálny príbeh, ako táto hra má brutálny príbeh. Taká dobrá kalenica, ja to raz za čas rád zahrám, že si zastrelím. Tak raz za rok, ty kokos, potom už to človek nepamätá.
It was the question I kept on asking myself. How could I have been so blind?
How can I have been
I
so
was
blind?
convinced the Broncos had gotten the wrong man for the job, but maybe De Silva was right. I was the stooge. The bad joke everybody got but me.
Hej, Dying Light, ten parkour hra, no. Tak Dying Light. Neviem, či budú robiť remaster, nebo... neviem, no. Zatiaľ sa nič také nehovorí. Tak ono veľa starých hier, ale... ja skôr nechápem, prečo nerobia takéto príbehovky, lebo... vieš, keď ich máš strašne veľa, vieš, tých scenárov je veľa, však si zober Metro Exodus napríklad, vieš, to je podľa knižky a teda...
Call it evidence for De Silva.
Neviem, no. Ja nemám náboje, ty vole.
The Imperial Palace Hotel was a 5-star bona fide shithole. I needed to find out why guests were checking in by the busload and checking out
Marian,
by
ale
the bag.
napríklad ja som včera ešte neprešiel, ale som pozeral, že sú brutálne módy na to, grafické.
Maybe the
A strašne
service
sa mi to
would be
páči, tak
better
teoreticky
upstairs.
by som to... skúsim to, ja to stiahnem a ja mám všetky 3 diely vlastne. Že by som to omodoval, aby to fakt brutálne vyzeralo a potom by som to prešiel.
Quê? Você não tá fazendo nada.
Está esperando! Cuidado, ele está vindo nessa direção!
Puto! Covering fire! Covering fire! No to udara nejaký zakentany. Sa ty zobral kamaráde? Zomrem. Teraz to budeme musieť odzadu, teda od začiatku. Remasterujú všetko, no. Ešte aj tie remastery poserujú. No prdelo, tak som žila.
I hadn't slept in days. I needed something to keep me going. I needed to find a way upstairs. Surely nobody would notice another hole in the wall.
Aj na modu máš na maxa mody. Vieš čo, na maxa mi to až tak nechýba. No to Witcher, aby som to, aby to lepšie vyzeralo graficky. Ako nechcem tam nejaký špeciálny mod len na to, aby to lepšie vyzeralo.
I knew this thing was bigger than me. Bigger than the Broncos, but I only had a glimpse of the whole picture. Like looking in the mirror and for an instant seeing what everyone else sees. A bad caricature of a better man.
Karničky, nič. Vypadá.
Buffet. That deal at the favela was getting dirtier by the minute. Those bastards were clearly in bed with the Crusher Prado. Now we just had to find out why. Starting with a bit of bedtime reading for Mr. Da Silva. When you've lived the kind of life I've lived, reality comes at you through a different lens. But nothing could have prepared me for what was on the other side of that door. I had to get those poor bastards out of there.
Get him out of here. Go. Go. Wait. I said get.
Ďakujem, criado. Hello, my friend.
He looked pathetic. A man defeated. I walked away and left him to his own personal nightmare. Whatever hell this was Da Silva had sent me into, I knew I had to put an end to it.
To za inak dobre nechutné, ty kokos.
I had no choice but to push on. I didn't understand everything, and I never would, but I understood enough. Sometimes a complicated problem is best tackled with a simple solution.
strašná morda, jak sa dajú rozstrieľať iba na to. Odkiaľ strieľajú? To máš kamarádička. Neumieraj, kamaráde.
This was hell on earth. De Silva was no fool. I'd have
This was
driven
hell
on
on
off into
earth.
the sunset too if I were him. But I was in too far now.
Pokud to je pekne nechutná časť.
What the fuck is going on here?
How much do you want?
What have you been doing?
I am a doctor. I help people.
What have you been doing here?
It's easy for you. Listen, I know people. They will kill you. I can help you. Trust me. Please, please.
What have you been doing?
I have a lot of money. Look, look. Lots of money. I do important research. Please.
Caralho! Caralho!
Espera. Eu posso explicar tudo. Tudinho.
No toto... Ty kokot. Nechcel by som vykožiť toho doktora. Ty vole. Chudák doktor. Kurva.
Não. Por favor.
Nechaj ho
Pelo amor de
tohto
Deus.
nechaj na ňo,
Por
nech
favor,
sa na ňom
não me
vyblázni.
mata.
Evidentne mu nerobil dobre ten doktor.
Pelo amor de Deus.
E aí, doutor?
For all Serrano owed me, he'd paid enough. For now, I had bigger debts to call in.
Ja si sám poprosím, to však nemáme žiadne náboje.
Even I could guess what demolisal meant. That building was condemned in more ways than one. They had a fucking arsenal in here. It was time to bring this little hellhole to the ground, so I decided to put some of their C4 to good use.
C4. Dobre, je to sladké to.
I'd seen some dark shit in my time, but this was something else. These vermin had gone into a place where life was cheap and found a way to get rich off it. I just wanted to finish this and get far away from here. But then, true to form, more of the rats came out of their holes.
Vocês ouviram isso? Ouvi. Ninguém sai desse prédio até esse cara tá morto, hein?
Trošku sa posun doľava. No.
At least my visitors have been kind enough to leave the gate open.
Uha, to sú tí snajperi.
time I'd bought had been going real cheap. If I was gonna plant the rest of those explosives, I had to do it now.
Táto hra je strašná morda. Čo to? Na tento stop som došiel, na to dozadu som to nedal. A tento.
That was the last of the explosives. I just hoped it was enough to bring down the building and all the evil in it.
Who wants to take a shot? You see what this is? Come on, anybody? Want to be a hero? I got nothing to lose, let's do it!
Que porra que tá acontecendo aqui?
Senor Neves.
What the fuck is your problem, man?
My problem? My problem? Wanna know what my problem is? You're turning humans into glue! That's what my fucking problem is!
I don't know what you're talking about, American. All I know is what I hear about you. You bodyguard for the Brancos. They are all dead. You help the poor. Today, many of them dead. You are a proper American hero.
At least I fucking tried.
Well done with your effort. The whole city is grateful. The great American savior of the poor.
That's right.
You think you made any difference? You think stopping this legitimate business venture is helping anyone?
Legitimate? You're stealing people's organs!
We pay for everything. We have the record.
Oh, so people can sell their livers? Their hearts? Their eyeballs? You're insane, you sick fuck!
We kept people safe in the city. Decent people. Safe. I know a lot of powerful people.
Well, your powerful people aren't gonna help you out of this one, buddy.
Do piče, on bol tam hore. Uzerám. Ty kokos. Táto hra je strašná morda, ale... Akože na počet mŕtvych, ty kokos, to je masaker, vieš. Čau, Robo, necestuješ? neprežije, to že nie. Ja som to neprežil. Kurva, ešte ten veľký tam prišiel. Ten veľký je nepríjemný, lebo on znese dosť veľa rán do hlavy.
I told you the city was dangerous, friend.
I kinda like it. It's growing on me.
Nice to see a happy tourist smiling.
Akorát nechápem, prečo ho tento, že ho zachránil teraz toho Maxa. To mi nedáva zmysel, pretože tento ho podrazil.
Oh, yeah, real hero.
Listen,
Come with me, Max. To Brazil. Be a chance to play the fall guy in a plot that my boss's brother's hatching to profit from the selling of human organs. Yeah, it'll be perfect for you.
What are you talking about? I know nothing about human organs, man. Victor and Marcelo were trying to teach Rodrigo a lesson. Get him to loosen the purse strings and the family money. They pressured me into doing it. You wanna die? I came back for you. I did my best. I'm having a kid, Max. I gotta go.
Fuck you!
Sure. Later. Now, let's go. Hope this thing works.
Hej chlapi, to máme jednoduché, povieme si kto je jaký kto a potom je to pohodia.
I owe you everything.
No, you don't. I'm sorry I couldn't save your sister.
I was there. It wasn't your fault.
I was paid to protect her and I didn't.
She married into a sick family.
Maybe.
I just wanted to say thank you for giving us a chance to live. I mean, as a family.
I hope it all works out for you, for all of you.
Thank you. Don't be too long.
Well, buddy, that's it.
Where are you guys gonna go?
I don't know, maybe back to New York, maybe down to Argentina. Giovanna has family in Salvador. Maybe we'll just stay there.
Me, I got business to take care of.
I'm sorry I dragged you into this. I know it was very wrong.
It's all right, it's done. And hey, I'm having myself a fun old time. Maybe this is how things had to be. Figure I might as well die in the sunshine as die in the snow.
Look, I'm sorry I'm leaving. I got a kid coming. You know how it is.
I know how that is.
You know, I almost didn't say goodbye to you. I said to myself, maybe this guy will put a bullet in me.
Maybe I will. But not right now.
Thank you. Try to look after yourself, Max, huh? Life is worth living.
If you say so, pal.
If you say
I
so,
thought I was going to have to witness another murder.
Nah. Not him.
You ready?
I guess.
Okay. I've looked through this information you gathered. It's not very nice.
What is it?
It's the Ufe. The famous Mr. Becker.
Friend of Victor Bronco.
Yes.
Friend of Mr.
And
Bronco.
a contributor to his campaigns. A government employee, of course.
And?
A weapons dealer. A murderer. This was known. A dealer in human organs. This wasn't known.
A proper gentleman.
Sure.
So you're gonna bring him down?
Yes, because I want to lose my wife and my children and then get killed myself. All that after watching him walk free.
Tell me what has to be done.
Well, officially, there's nothing I can do.
And unofficially?
Well, we can always try something a little more creative.
Toto mal creative, toto je inak zaujímavé, ako to spravia vlastne, no. Toto nemá chybu táto misia.
De Silva had promised me a 10 o'clock showcase. I had to make sure I was on stage and ready for my close-up.
Diga a Becker. Que vim para ele. Ah!
Ei, olha aqui. Tropa. Ei, moço. Mano, quem é esse cara aí?
Manda tua conta, rapaz.
Vai, fudeu! Meu conta eu tenho tomado no cu, pô.
Ela não desgruda dela, meu.
Ei, quem é essa cara aí?
Convidado nosso. Quebra esse otário aí.
Deixa comigo, dá uma lição nele.
Então, o pai dela não desgruda.
Ladrão, filha da puta! Vai atrás de inocente! Vai ver o que vai acontecer contigo mesmo aqui! É aqui que você vai se acontecer, caralho! Tá pensando o quê? Hã? Onde é que você vem? Fica aí, caralho! Eu? Se fudeu, filha da puta! Otário! Vai aí, otário! Deixa eu sair daqui, velho!
Ô, segura a porta aí.
Eu vi uma outra versão.
Nós vamos resolver aquela parada lá, hein? Demorou. Chega aí.
Valeu, amigo.
To je to riadna väznica, toto, alebo čo to je? Policajná stanica nejaká.
Hey! What are you doing here? Huh? I ask you a question. Answer him! Answer him! What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing here?
O que você está fazendo aqui?
What are you doing here?
I don't understand. I can't hear you.
What are you doing here?
Doing here?
Me in the ear.
Hey, answer me! What are you doing here?
Back in the precinct after all this time. Time to find out what the hell was going on. I knew nothing resembling good times lay beyond that gate, but I was gonna have to face the music sooner or later.
Sú tu nejaké painkillery?
It seemed the anti-drug squad had a few habits of its own. I guess our little stunt helped some other civic-minded people raise valid concerns about community relations. Their faces said it all. I was on their side, but how could they know that? If they came through that door, I'd be leaving as a human shield and never leaving at all. Luckily for me, for once the police arrived just in time. It sounded like all hell was breaking loose. Whatever nonsense De Silva had pulled, it seemed to be working.
Por favor, eu te fiz uma pergunta, pô. A gente não tinha nada daquilo, eu te prometo.
Nejaké painkillery.
last few prisoners were trapped in here, and more pressingly, seemed I was too.
Ty kokos, aký hejty som dostal, to fakt. Som bol dlho vystrčený spoza toho horika.
Figured I'd bag those up for evidence.
No to sprawie, ha?
That kid had the right idea. There was no point bouncing bullets off that thing. I decided I'd try to pick up where he left off. And then immediately regretted that decision.
Či F-kom sa to bere? Kurník som myslel, že Ečkom. No to je to nevá. Kokos, jak to, že sa týpek postavil do prdele s ním? Kurne. Pomaly si som sa vybral aj najradší.
Wasn't this nice? The perfect end to a perfect trip. If someone had told me 6 months ago this was where my life was headed, I'd have ordered a double of whatever they were drinking, drunk it, then blown my head off. Any time the prison riot had bought me was starting to run out. I had to keep moving.
Que porra você tá tentando fazer?
Another dark, rainy night. Another police station. Another futile crusade for amends. Time moves forward, and nothing changes.
Nothing changes. I don't think so.
Every bastard in the joint must have known I was on the loose by now. I couldn't afford to waste any more time.
I cannot afford to lose more time, okay. Čekaj, počkaj, potrebujem nájsť nejakú lekárku, čo tu bolo.
Luckily, I wasn't the only cop with a pill problem. Police food, the same crap the world over. But I could reminisce about the old days later. For now, there was more pressing matters to deal with. They'd come from the control room. It looked like the security cameras were still running. It looked like the prisoners were giving them a run for their money. That's what happens when you hand some roided-up halfwit a commando uniform with special on the front and let him ride around his hometown in a tank playing soldiers. Sooner or later, someone's gonna decide he's not so special. There were a bunch more in the elevator, tooled up like they were about to roll into Fallujah. And of course, they were headed my way.
Regito mAio. Co robi teraz? Laser moc nechápem ani v tých hrách, ty kokos, lebo aj v Call of Duty som to neznášal, však to ma proste brutálne prezádzalo. Stačilo strieľať tam, kde je ten laser.
If the heat was rising, that meant I was getting closer to the source. I had to keep moving.
Ideme do 5. patra.
If there was one thing I learned since being in Sao Paulo, it was that me and the local elevators were not a good mix. Whatever depressing fate lay on the other side of those doors, there was no point in putting it off any longer.
Kurwa, zas ten veľký.
I'd killed more cops than cholesterol, and still no sign of Becker. It wasn't the first time it dawned on me I should probably have gone over the plan. I still didn't know how I'd gone from drinking myself numb in New Jersey to looting corpses in Brazil. But this was where I was, 5,000 miles from a home I couldn't go back to, on another suicide mission to clean up a mess that wasn't even mine.
Čože, však to bol headshot, ty vole. Kokos. Ja som myslel, že je mŕtvý týpek, ani som už nedržal klávesu tu. Ani myš.
It was starting to feel as if I'd never leave that place. Like one of those nightmares where you keep running and running, only to discover you're chasing yourself. Tear gas. This wasn't good. I needed to find a way out of that stairwell, and fast. This was a waste of time. My eyes and throat burned, but at least I could breathe. I was trying to work out what direction I was headed in when I discovered some more Brazilian architecture not designed for the American physique.
Čo to? To je nejaký bug. Čo to je toto? Čo to je, ty kokos? Prečo? No piče. Načítali sa mu textúry. OK. Takže mám stále tak na poli načítané textúry, zaujímavé. Aha. OK.
There it was, the tape from the Bronco security system. Jesus, it was that guy. I had seen him in the favela, Bachmeyer, Becker's right-hand man. His time would come, him and Becker. I couldn't get that tape out of my head. Why had Ufe killed Rodrigo? I wasn't gonna find any answers in the forensics lab. I had to push on.
Hey, pal. Nice to see you.
Vai pra casa, gringo de merda.
I don't think we've been properly introduced.
I know who you are.
And you should have killed me in the office when you had the chance.
There's still time, meu camarada.
Tam bol ešte jeden. Piče. Co piče, kde tam bol ešte jeden? Nechápem, v tomto debilný ten laser, že tu sa nedá strieľať. Pokud nechcem to s tým laserom, nechcem to, tam je chyba zameriavací kríž, protože ja neviem, kde strieľať.
Another pile of bodies and still nothing to show for it. It felt like I was detaching, that maybe this was revenge for something else. Something buried deep in the past.
Nehovor mi, že to je z toho ono. Počkaj, približ. Nie, toto je dobrá, toto je dobrá. Kokot, že laser, to je jaká pičovina.
Rodrigo, Giovanna, Passos, everyone who'd meant anything was gone. Like so many times before, I'd found myself alone, locked on a course of destruction. It was at my worst when I was at my best.
Ty vole. Holy Max! Hey!
They had their body armor. I had mine.
Okay, fuck off, motherfucker. Okay, that's over. Ele vai responder estrela de Guzmão.
Mete bala nesse time, filho de uma puta, porra!
Yeah.
Becker and Bachmeyer had taken their pound of flesh and sold it on the black market. Now I was coming for mine.
Beleza, rapaziada, bom trabalho. Só tô esperando a confirmação do outro grupo, mas o gringo já deve estar morto agora.
Senhor, ele não parece estar morto!
Filho da puta, pelo amor de Deus!
Nemal som HPčka do piče. Spávaj, týpek! hapečky, kurva.
Hey! You Americans love to interfere in things you do not understand.
Oh, I understand plenty, asshole.
How stupid can one man be? Do you even know what you're getting for? You should know when to walk away.
To bude dlhšie, nemal som HPčka, to je problém. Toto je ťažké tento. Prosím ťa, daj si normálnu zbraň, čo mám mieridla, hej? Kurník, zrovna tam bola kapcena. Ja potrebujem si zobrať tie zdravia, čo sú otroky.
I couldn't get a direct shot. I was gonna have to get creative. It was a waste of bullets. His cover was too good.
So well. Why do you think you're not dead already? You're even crazier than I thought!
Do piče. Čo si dá, ne? Aby som sa zbavil tie pojebané uziny. Tá uzina tam hodná. Na čo mi tam je laser, keď to strieľa? Kto vie, kde to strieľa? Tam je laser bude. mám kurva trafiť? Čo tam mám trafiť, aby som ho zabil? Viem, že mám hentú strechu nejak rozstrelať, ty kokos, ale neviem, čo tam mám trafiť. Čo to mám vlastne spraviť, kurva? Kamarád dostal ležať, lebo už to viem toľko krát, že ten samopal s tým, to majú vydesené.
Those ceiling tiles looked kind of loose. It was worth a shot.
Kurva, aj s tým. Čo to má spraviť? Tak to nás chalani. Normálne zomrite, môžete problémy. Dobre, táto taška. Nechcel skladať tú skrinku do búru. Stále dokola. Prosím ťa, zomri, nehraj hrdinu, dobre? kravinu, ten ventilátor, alebo čo to je za pičovinu, to musím zostreliť. Hej, no. Chalani, viete koľkokrát to idem? Ma nemôžete rozhodniť vodu z tým dvaja. Aby tak tvrdé hlavy. Kurvi, konečne. To trvalo.
This was the passkey to Becker's office. I was close to the end of all this, and I could feel it.
Becker! Something funny about dying?
I felt like the avenging angel. I looked like a fat bald dude with a bad temper.
You disgusting piece of shit! I know everything!
Not everything, my friend. Let go of him, Max. Huh? Hmm? There's a good fellow.
Well, well, well. Victor, I was wondering when you'd reappear out of whatever slimy hole you live in.
I'd like to just say, Max, I just want to say thank you for all your hard work, for my family, and for cleaning up that horrible mess with the Crasha Preto for us. You know I'm tough on crime. I give you a bonus, but I think you just frittered it away. Becker, take his gun.
Toma, seu filho da puta!
They had barred the door. My only hope was to chase them down. I knew they'd be leaving town, and my guess is they would try to fly out of here. Rich people love to fly away.
God damn it!
Okay, Max. Now you check the main terminal. I'm gonna go and look for the Bronco plane by the hangar, okay?
Let's do it.
You keep an eye out in there. You know Becker's gonna have some guys in there watching out for you.
Yep.
So, of course, I knew they were looking for me. But the airport was about the only place a fat gringo might blend in. Well, there or a sex club. My delusions of disguise lasted around 2 seconds. They were out in force. And they were out for me. But then, I was out for them too. Every last one of those bastards.
Check-in.
Come on, bastards.
Come on, bastards. Prosím ťa, ty kokos, nerob zase sprosto, pičak. Krísa! Na piči, on sa nekryje. Pojbaný laser, neznášam to, ty kokos. Taká staračka celý laser. Nemám to rád žiadnej hre, tento debilný laser. Prosím ťa, nerob z prostosti. Lebo prosím ťa, zle mi je zem tej zbraň, neviem, jak sa to dá zahodiť. Toto zbraň s onými prijebanými. Zbraň s debilným laserom je úplne na hovno. Takže fakt nechápem, na čo mi to je. Dobre, jak sa tam vidieť z hore. Retardované zbranie mám, ty kokos, nechcem to ani vidieť to s tým laserom. Takže nechápem na čo to tu, raz, dva, tri, na čo to v tej hre je vôbec. Akože Max, ty nemáš akože žiadne náboje? OK. Čo piče? Dobre, prestan sa tu hrať na Matrix, tu vole, nemáme náboje. Tam má ráde. To je chyba. Ja som to spomalil, lebo tu som tam minul náboje potom. Ja nemám 21 náboje. Prosím ťa, daj mi mieritko, nevidím mieritko. Nemôžem strieľať, lebo nevidím mieridlá, ty kokos. On sa nevie kryť za toto, to je problém. Najväčší. Čau, Andrej. ťa prestaň tu levitovať.
Vai, atira nele! Senta o dedo, porra, não para!
Já peguei, cacete!
Tudo que você tem!
Znášam túto debilnosť s tým laserom, to je proste...
Equipe de apoio! Atirando!
Ale čo? Ďakujem. Čau, Oliver. Kokos, mám chytám tu nervy. Toto bude vlastne koniec, alebo niekde to končí, pretože je také psycho, no.
It felt like my vacation was coming to an end. Only I wasn't heading home with a sunburn, a bag full of duty-free, and a dose of VD. I was making a bet that would put me in handcuffs or a body bag. These were Becker's guys. Him and Victor had a private airport to go with their private army and their private jet. The doors lead in the direction of the main terminal. The customer restroom. I could get through to the departure gates up ahead. There were Ufe all over the airport, and civilians were being moved out. Looking at it one way, shutting down the airport for their escape was a weird sort of compliment, but one I didn't need. At the other end of the departure lounge. They weren't here. I had to keep moving down through the airport. There weren't any other flights clogging up air traffic control. Victor would be clear for takeoff as soon as he was ready.
Ťažké to je, Oliver, no. Ako na ľahkej obťažnosti to není ťažké, akože to je pohode, ale na tejto strednej alebo na vyšších je to ťažké, no. Pokiaľ si nehral, odporúčam. Je to stará hra, ale je super. Ja som prešiel všetky 3 diely, tak je to mega. Hlavne si zastrieľať. Kamarádek, ty sa kryl, čo by sa ti stalo, čo?
It didn't look like there'd be any trams leaving until the power was on. It looked like they'd cut the power off in the office at the end of the platform. That was where I'd get it running. It worked. The trams were running again. Maybe they'd take me to my gate. Maybe they'd bring more guys wanting to whack me. Maybe both. It worked. The trams were running again. Maybe they'd take me to my gate. Maybe they'd bring more guys wanting to whack me. Maybe both. Felt like I might be able to recharge for a second. At least until we pulled into the station and met more murderous assholes. Son of a bitch! Didn't work out like that. Of course there'd be a tram full of goons trying to derail me.
Revolúcie v tom hernom svete nebola až tak veľa, vieš. Je to third person, tam bola Lara Croft, Max Payne, Prečo myslím. To bol Half-Life, FPS, Counter-Strike, Victory Arena. Takže potom to je dole. Čo Olivera odporúčam, keď chceš dobrú hru, takú modernejšiu príbehovku, tak Quantum Break si dal dať.
perfect. Everyone wanted a ticket for the Max Payne Express.
Čo, Oliver, hovorím, že keď chceš dobrú príbehovku, tak modernejšiu zahraj si Quantum Break.
I felt like I'd missed out on the joke, and it was a real good one. Come on. The tram was slowing down, and I'd only just gotten on board. I had to salvage what I could and see what was waiting for me. This was my stop. It had taken me right into the heart of it. Becker's gimps were everywhere, so he and Bronco must be close. The smart move would have been sticking with De Silva and going straight to the hangar, but when was I ever about smart moves? I'm a dumb move guy. Hey Max, we'll drive onto the runway. No thanks, let me walk in the main entrance. I'll put a big shit-eating grin on my face and let these assholes take turns trying to kill me. That's my style, and it's too late in the day to hope for change. Boy, were they throwing numbers at this problem. But then, I'd chosen to be here. I wanted this. Was it redemption? Not really. It was pathetic desperation, and not much else. The further in I got, the more guys I saw. Becker wasn't running a police force. He was running an army. These guys were better trained and better equipped than anyone I'd seen out here. And I'd seen some mean sons of bitches. The mission was screaming suicide, but I didn't give a damn. At least I'd die being a pain in the ass. There the bastards were, sneaking off in their rich kid's toy.
I ain't got nowhere else to go, Becker! Mr. Payne, I believe you had something to say to me. Mate ele! Mate ele agora! Não! Não! Não!
You ain't gonna walk away from all these dead bodies, pal.
Tu go zotkal do mňa sype ten týpek. Aha. Quantum break. Break. Nápisy to stojí asi 10 €, ale odporúčam, Oliver. Dobre si zastrieľaš a vynikajúci príbeh, aj také filmové spracovanie, vynikajúca hra. Quantum Break, alebo mi napíš na Facebook a ja ti odpíšem, že jak sa to volá.
Well, that's what they had paid for, so in the end, that's what they got. Say what you want about Americans, but we understand capitalism. You buy yourself a product and you get what you pay for. And these chumps had paid for some angry gringo without the sensibilities to know right from wrong. Here I was about to execute this poor bastard like some dime store angel of death, and I realized they were correct. I wouldn't know right from wrong if one of them was helping the poor and the other was banging my sister.
Get in, Max! I'm in, just drive the fucking car! Go!
We had one card left to play.
Just get me close! Look! A squad is coming from the right! There! Over to the right! Won't look good! Come on! Got a flight to catch! It's not going to take off without us! Insurance ain't gonna cover this! Ah! Shit! That about sums it up. They're blocking the runway! Shit! This isn't good! Right in front of us! I normally am behind the desk kind of cop. Only I've been one of them too. Come on! Don't give up! Get out of the country. Don't worry. Borders are clear. Asshole! Your career's coming down with that plane. Let's get it over with.
My name is Max Payne, motherfucker.
Wait, Max!
Don't play with me.
Stop! Max! We have what we need on him now. Let him enjoy a trial and a spell in prison. Let him suffer. Trust me.
You know I'll walk. You'll walk with a limp!
55th Battalion of the City Police's Special Forces Unit, who have been implicated in human trafficking, has been disbanded indefinitely. Meanwhile, Victor Bronco, the politician at the center of the scandal, who is accused of laundering money from the scheme to fund his political campaign for mayor, was yesterday found hanged in his police cell. It's not yet clear whether his death was a suicide or simply retribution for his part in a scandal that has so many families missing loved ones that were kidnapped and killed. City officials say a full investigation is underway. Local residents expressed outrage as they have been let down by both law enforcement and city leaders. And now, your local forecast. Boy, it's dark in some places, but it's sunny everywhere else. Over to Marisol with the weather.
No dobre, borci. To je koniec. Takže díky na dneska za sledovanie. Vidíme sa potom zajtra, musím vymysleť, čo budem hrať ďalej. V podstate, ja to začneme Dying Light 2, takže nič také divoké si rozohrávať nebudem. Takže musím vymysleť, čo si zahrám také, aby to bolo zaujímavé na pozeranie. Takže díky za sledovanie, užite ešte večer.